Hey guys, this is just a supplementary video to our of the remainder problems that we were doing in class. I'm going to show you a way to solve these problems that it might be a little bit easier for some of you. And so we're going to do two problems in this video. All right, so a real life example. I had $20. I spent 50% of my money on a t-shirt. Let's just draw that really quick. Okay. I had 20, right? There's my, whoops, there's my 20 bucks. There's 50%. I spent this part on a t-shirt. And I'm sure in your heads you know that 50% of $20 or half of $20 is going to be $10, right? Well, that means that I have $10 left. Now my word problem says that I spent 20% of the remainder on a cup of coffee. What percentage of my total do I have left? Okay, this is the amount of money I spent on coffee. I want to know what portion this is. Okay, so obviously this portion is going to be 80% of the remainder, but that's not 80% of the original money, is it? So let's do this. Let's figure out what we spent, or what we have left, I'm sorry, after spending that coffee, and then we're going to set that up as a fraction over our original amount of $20 and figure out what percentage that is of the original money. So if I spend 20% on coffee and I have 80% left, that's 80% of $10. That means that I have $8 left, right? We want to find out what percentage of total I have left. So let's set that up as 8 over 20, and now we're going to use, let's use method 1 times 5 over 5 to convert that to a percentage. So we've got 8 times 5 is 40, 20 times 5 is 100. That means I have 40% of my original $20 left. All right, let's try another one. Okay, now we've got Jenna who has $150. She spent 30% of the money on food and 25% of the remaining on clothes. How much money did she have left? Okay, so we've got $150, right? And she spent 30% of the money on food, so that's about a third, so I'm going to mark it right there. And 25% of the remaining on clothes. So let's go like this. Before we even draw that, let's just figure out, if she spent 30% on food, that means she has 70% left of her original $150 to spend, right? So let's deal with that right now and not deal with the second part of the problem quite yet. Let's figure out what that amount is. So 70% of $150 is, let's do some cross-canceling here, going to be 7 times 15. And let's figure out what that is down here. We'll use this corner for our calculator. Okay, so 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 3 is 10. So that's $105. Okay, so let's do this. Let's model that remaining. Our new 100% is $105. Okay, so let's label that with 0 and 100%. And it says, how much money did she have left? Okay, she spent 30% and 25, there it is, 25% of the remainder on clothes. So that means she has 75% of that $105 left, right? So let's go ahead and figure that out now, because that's going to give us our amount of money that she has left. So the trick is we have to take 75% of the right thing, and that's why we found this amount, the $105 right there, because if we took 75% of $150, that would not give us the right answer. So 75% of, whoopsies, my pen is going wonky here, $105. And let's cross cancel here. So let's divide 75 and 100 by 25, and we'll get 4 here, and we'll get 3 here. And now we have 3/4 times 105 over, 105 over 1. All right, that's going to That means we need to do a little bit of math. So let's do 3 times 105. Okay, that's going to give us 315. And we still have to divide that by 4, don't we? So let's do that. Whoops. So we've got 315. We want to divide that by 4. 4 goes into 31 7 times. 4 goes into 35 8 times. 8 times 4 is going to be 32. Bring down a 0. 7 times 4 is 28. We're going to bring down another 0. And we get 78.75. So the amount that Jenna had left was 78.75. Okay, hopefully that gave you another strategy to use with these problems, and see me at recess if you need any more help.